Hello guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So it has been a while since the last time we built something here on the channel that wasn't a tiny house. So of course, to make it easy for myself, I decided to jump straight into a 40 by 30 in Oasis Springs. I don't ever usually build in Oasis Springs because there's something about the lighting in this world that I just don't like. It's way too yellow for my own liking, so I tend to avoid it. And we're building at a 40 by 30, which is a lot bigger than a tiny house. Plus, we're also building a contemporary home, which is not something that I do very often either. So I just went straight into the challenge. Like, to be honest, I just went for it and I feel like it turned out okay, but I'm gonna let you guys decide if you like it or not. So I feel like today's voiceover is probably going to be a little bit different as well. I am kind of doing this very last moment because, okay, so it's The Sims 20th anniversary today. It's Tuesday. I'm doing this voiceover on Tuesday. And I don't know if the video is going up today or if it's going up Wednesday or if it's going up Thursday. I have no idea because I'm sitting here waiting while my dinner is in the oven. I'm sitting here waiting for the Sims team to announce something because I'm kind of hoping they will, or at least like release a patch of some sort. If they're releasing a patch, I'll definitely do a video on that. So I don't really know if this video is actually going up today. And since I'm also waiting for dinner and the possible patch or announcement is just around the corner, I kind of don't have a lot of time left. So I should have done this earlier in the day, but I actually had to go to the city and get a a plant pot for one of my cacti. I know English anyways. So yeah, I've been a little bit busy. I've also been editing photos or screenshots for this build. And you may notice, by the way, I've been doing this a little bit lately. I don't know how many of you actually stay for the screenshots at the end of the video, but because usually when I used to watch speed builds, I didn't actually watch the screenshots because I just didn't find it interesting. So I like to watch the building process more than the screenshots at the end of the video. So I always just moved on to the next video instead of watching the screenshots. But lately I've been trying to edit them a little bit more. I've been trying to change the color a little bit more. I've added kind of like a hue overlay over the screenshots. I don't know if this is making any sense. I've been playing around with color balance, for example. I've just been having a little bit more fun with it. Plus, it helps a lot here in Oasis Springs because, like I said, the lighting is a little bit more yellow compared to the other worlds. So to kind of tone that yellow light down a little bit, I tend to turn up the blue tones a little bit more in my screenshots. So I've been doing that a little bit lately, and I also did it for the tiny hidden witch cottage because I think I added a little bit more purple in those screenshots if I recall correctly. But yeah, I've just been having a little bit more fun with it, so in case any of you are interested, because I do get some questions about editing and stuff now and then, so I thought I would just, I don't know, I update you guys in case you are curious about it, but yeah. So this house, the exterior at least, or the facade of the build at least, actually only the facade of the build, none of the rest, was inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. You guys know that, especially when it comes to contemporary houses, I do like to kind of have a picture on my second monitor to kind of kickstart the building process because I find contemporary houses really difficult to make. I don't really know what it is. I can build a traditional house from scratch on my own just fine. Even a farmhouse as well, because those are easy too. But contemporary houses, they've always been a little bit of a struggle to me, so I just like to have a picture on my second monitor to kind of get started. So this was the facade, just the facade, not the back of the house, not the interior, not the sides or anything. It was inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. I did add a little bit to it because I didn't feel like the house was big enough on the left side. I also extended the right side a little bit, and other than that, I just wanted to make sure that there was enough room for enough bedrooms for this family because it is a generations home. So I wanted to try something different. I know that you guys love these homes, which I totally get because personally, if I play The Sims, I like to play with families too. And I don't like to move out the elders once they turn into elders. I like to keep them around until they kind of move on to another place. You guys get what I mean? So I'd like to just keep them in the household, and these kinds of homes makes it easier for you guys to keep them in your households too if you play the same way, because I did make room for a pair of grandparents as well. So there's no crib in this house or no bassinet, but there is a room for the grandparents, of course, the parents, there is a teens room, a children's room, and also a toddler room or a tiny human room. So we have a little bit of everything, but no bassinet. However, the parents' bedroom is so big that you could easily fit in a bassinet in there, I'm just saying. Also for the interior, I usually go for a lot of browns when it comes to contemporary houses because I like to make them a little bit warmer compared to actual contemporary houses that you see in like magazines or on Instagram or so on. They're often very cold when it comes to the interior. It's very black, white, and gray. Not that there's anything wrong with that color scheme. It's also a color scheme that I prefer in my interior, but when it comes to contemporary houses, it's also mixed with a lot of stone, a lot of rock, and kind of just like hard materials, hard cold materials. So what I like to do in The Sims when I decorate contemporary houses is just add a lot of brown to make it a little bit warmer, but for this house, I decided not to do that. I did go for a lot of modern interior instead of contemporary looking interior, so that does help a little bit. It does make it a little bit cozier, a little bit warmer, a little bit more family friendly, I suppose. So it's not the most contemporary interior that you've seen, possibly, but I feel like it fits the house still. I was tempted to go for the typical brown that I go for because I do use it on the exterior, but I feel like I just always use it when it comes to contemporary houses, so I decided against it, but hopefully you like the interior anyways. It's very white and beige and also green because I did use a fair amount of plants and also green paintings and pictures and stuff, so I did use, if you have tiny living, the pictures, the small like squared pictures, they come in these swatches with leaves on them, and I just love those pictures so much. I want them in real life. They're so cute, and I love the plants on them. I want them, so I use those quite a lot around this house as well. So yeah, and then in here for the kitchen, of course we're starting out with the kitchen. I always start out with the kitchen when it comes to decorating. I don't really know why, but I do. It feels natural. Let's just put it like that. So I wanted to do something fancy with the flooring. It did take me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, but I think we end up going for one of the swatches of this flooring, and then I mix it with another one, I think. I don't really remember. But we'll see in just a second. And then I also ended up using some of the light strips. I don't remember what pack they came with. I think it's possibly Spa Day or something like that. I basically just try to frame up the squares that I end up doing just a little bit because I thought it looked fancy. And yeah, for the kitchen, we're basically just going for the typical counters that I use when it comes to contemporary interior. I feel like these ones fit like the whole contemporary vibe really well. It's probably because of the countertop, that's what it's called. I don't know what it's made of, but it looks like it's made out of some kind of stone, so it's perfect for contemporary houses basically. Like I said earlier, they used a lot of stone in this kind of interior. So it's pretty much just a very bright kind of basic kitchen, to be honest. Nothing special about the shape of the kitchen. I just wanted to make sure they had a nice kitchen that was light and bright, and they basically have everything they should need. So they have of course they have the fridge and the stove, whatever. They also have a dishwasher. I do tend to stay away from dishwashers when it comes to my interiors. I don't know why, I just forget that they exist, which I'm not really sure why I do that because I have a dishwasher. I also grew up having one in the house, and I don't really know. I just forget that they exist for some reason. So anyways, but today I remembered one because it actually fit in perfectly right across from the stove, so it made harmony in the kitchen again. Of course, they also have, because it's a big house and it's sort of a big kitchen, but not like a huge kitchen. It's definitely not a tiny house kitchen though. So I gave them 2 sinks also to make it a little bit more harmonized and symmetrical and whatever. Other than that, they have a microwave and also a tea brewer. I don't remember if I gave them a coffee maker. I don't think so, but that's just too bad for the parents in this house. Unfortunately, they're not getting coffee anytime soon. Of course, if you want to play in this house, you can just download it and remove the tea brewer and swap it out with a coffee maker if you want to. That is completely fine. I just prefer tea over coffee, so I often use the tea brewer. And Anyways, also by the way, while I remember, so I left a post up on the community tab because I am planning on doing not one tutorial video, but like several shorter ones, I think, regarding different themes or different things when it comes to roofing. So if you guys have any questions regarding roofing, please head on over to the community tab and leave your questions over there, because I will do my best to answer as many of them as possible. Of course, the ones that are asking, how do you do it? I don't know how to answer that, because, or like, how do you make it not look stupid? Because that's like, I don't really know how to explain that, because it's, you know, it has to do with opinion and stuff. Like, stupid is subjective. What might look stupid to you might not look stupid to me. So you still kind of have to have a feel of what you want the roof to look like. But I can help you with hotkeys, for example, or different tricks that I do when I do roofing. So if you've seen anything that I've done and you want me to explain it in a video, please let me know. And yeah, I'll do my best to get around to do as many different tutorial videos for you guys. So I just wanted to point that out. I think the first one that I'm doing is the A-frame roofing, because I promised to do that last week or the week before that, and I never actually got around to do it. So that will be my first one. Promise. This time I actually promise I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be this week. Either tomorrow or I don't know when this video is going up. I already said that, so I can't really say tomorrow. That won't make any sense. So at some point during this week, there'll be an A-frame roofing update, or not update, tutorial going up on the channel. So if you're curious about that, how I make A-frame roofs or A-frame houses, come back later this week and there'll be a tutorial video, or you can just, you know, watch my videos every day. I'm also okay with that. Anyways, but I think there is a very simple way to do it. Like, just place down a roof, but the way that I do it lets you, I don't know how other people do it because I don't watch speed builds. I've never seen anyone actually build an A-frame. I just kind of did one myself at some point and figured it out. I like to do that, by the way. I don't like to watch tutorials myself. I like to figure things out myself. I've always been like that. Like, when it comes to, you know, homework as well, I never ask my parents for help. I just like to figure things out on my own. So anyways, but the way that I do it basically makes you, or lets you add a little bit more shape to the house. So that is what I'll be showing you guys. But anyways, enough talk about that. I am obsessed with that lamp from Moschino Stuff Pack, by the way. I really want one like it above my own dining table. I currently have one, but I don't know, I saw one at an interior store the other day and I've been thinking about it every day since. It's so beautiful, I just want one, and it kind of reminds me of the one from Moschino Stuff Pack, so it's so gorgeous. I need it. I also used that lamp in the parents' bedroom. The parents' bedroom is a little bit over the top, but I had so much fun with it, so I hope you guys will like it. It is a little bit, like, it's a little bit crazy, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully you'll like it, maybe not. This is the parents' bedroom, by the way, so. Also, while I remember, it was not announced a couple of days ago, but someone, okay, so the Sims community, Javan, he did do a post, an article about this, but apparently there is possibly a multiplayer feature coming with the next Sims game. So I don't know if it'll be The Sims 5 or if it'll be, you know, Sims Online 2 or whatever, but how would you guys feel about a multiplayer feature in The Sims so that you could play with your friends if it's just a feature? So you're not, you know, forced to play online with other people. You still have the opportunity to play single player, because that's kind of how I imagine it to be. I can't imagine the Sims team turning The Sims 5 into an exclusively online game, because they do know their audience. They know that a lot of us prefer to play by ourselves. That's how the game has been for the vast majority of the years, you know. There was The Sims Online, which I'll admit I didn't really play. I did play it like a couple of times on my cousin's computer, but that was it. So I don't really have a lot of experience with it. So, but the other iterations of The Sims have all been single player games, so they know that most of us probably prefer to play on our own, but personally, I would love to be able to play with some of my friends. So like, just having the feature in the game, just having the opportunity to go online and play with friends really excites me. So let me know what you think about that. I know that this would possibly, fit a sort of discussion video better or a speculation video better, but I don't really do those kinds of videos. I know that there's been several of those videos up here on YouTube lately from my fellow Sims tubers, but I don't know. I don't really do those kinds of videos. I prefer to just sit here and build, and then we talk about it in speed build voiceovers or something. So if you have an opinion, let me know. I'd love to hear you guys out, but as for my own opinion, I am personally actually really excited about that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, we are past the parents' bedroom now. I did try to make it a little bit fancy in there, as you probably saw. Sorry I didn't talk about it much, but I just remembered the whole like Sims 5 or possible online Sims game, and I really wanted to talk about it with you guys because I know that some of you guys out there will probably have some really strong opinions on this. So actually, like, please let me know. But anyways, this is the only bathroom that I'm showing you guys. As per usual, I just like to not record the last of the other bathrooms, not bedrooms. Don't worry, I'm keeping the bedrooms in the video. It's just that when it comes to bathrooms, I make a lot of them look completely alike. I use the same items and stuff. I want to say that this is probably my least favorite bathroom in the house, but you'll see at least another, like one of the other ones at the screenshots or in the screenshots. So if you're curious what it looks like, stick around. But yeah, this is probably my least favorite one. So sorry for keeping this one in the video. I didn't record the other ones, so I didn't really have the opportunity to keep them in the video. But so this is just the parents' ensuite, by the way. But we're basically going for a color scheme that's very similar to the rest of the house, except the flooring is gray instead of this sort of light brown wood tone that I'm going for here. And I think the flooring and also the walls are from Spade possibly, along with the sink. And then I always get questions about the shower when I use it, the open shower. It's from Discover University. It's one of the most customizable, it's the only customizable shower in the game. So I use it quite often. I feel like it's a lot of fun to use. So plus you can use it very easily for tiny houses too, I'm just saying, because your Sims can actually walk under it. There's no shower stall in the way. Just a little handy tip for you guys right there. Anyways, moving on to the living room. The living room is pretty simple, I want to say. I kept it very open. I do realize that the coffee tables are definitely quite small compared to the couches, but I love those coffee tables. They came with the Tiny Living too, along with the side table that you see next to the two couches too. Also that chair next to the fireplace, that's also from Tiny Living. It just goes really well with these items that came with Get Famous because they're all in mid-century modern style. So we're not going for a contemporary style here in the living room area. We're just going to go for a modern style, but that is also one of my favorite interior styles. So I'm a little bit biased. But anyways, I also, as you may have noticed, I forgot a door to the bathroom, which I didn't realize until I decorated the bathroom. So at some point, I kind of hurried back to the living room and I think I deleted the bookcase, but that was about it. I might have placed something next to the fireplace as well, but I don't really remember. I just know that I completely forgot the door, and I also forgot the door to the grandparents' bedroom, which is in here. So yeah. Always make sure to place in doors when you're doing the floor plan. Otherwise, once you start decorating, or at least this counts for me, it may count for some of you guys too. Once you start decorating, you don't think about doors anymore. At least, yeah, I don't. So I have to place them when I'm doing the floor plan because you can always move them afterwards. If you feel like it would look better on the other side of the room, you can always move it when you're decorating. But because it's in a whole different menu in the build catalog, it's not even, you can't see it when you're in the furniture section. I just completely forget about doors, so if I don't place them all down, I'll just forget to add them later on. So I need to remember to do that when I'm doing the floor plan. So that happened. However, I did remember all the doors on the second floor. I think I even removed 2 doors actually because I thought I was going to make one of the surfaces on the second floor into a terrace, but I decided against it. So I might even have removed a couple of doors on the second floor. But anyways, just, yeah, remember to place down your doors before you start decorating was my point. So I was trying my best to make this seem like a grandparent's bedroom, but honestly, I don't really know how to get a grandma vibe or a grandpa vibe without making it, or at least when it's like a modern interior bedroom or a contemporary bedroom. Like how do you make it grandma old looking when it's newer looking? It doesn't add up. So I was having a few issues with that. It doesn't look like the most grandparents friendly or grandparents decorated bedroom, but it is meant to be for grandparents, is my point. Not all grandparents or elderly people like vintage kind of interior anyways, so some of them might like contemporary interior or modern interior or whatever, so can't all make it look like, I don't know, coastal like Brindleton, or what's it called, like cats and dogs interior, like I usually do when it comes to grandparents' rooms or grandma rooms or whatever. I tend to stick to that sort of stuff. So anyways, but this is the teens bedroom. We're now decorating on the second floor, so this is where you'll find the teens bedroom, obviously, and also the kids bedroom and also the tiny humans bedroom. They also have a bathroom here on the second floor, so no en-suites for them, but actually the only bedroom that has an ensuite is the parents' bedroom. So I don't really do en-suites. It's a very American thing, in my opinion. We don't really have a lot of en-suites here in Denmark. So it's not normal for me to have, like, I don't know, have a bathroom to yourself. I don't really mind sharing with people as long as it's my family or my friends, or I don't know, if I'm sharing a flat, an apartment with someone, obviously we'll have to share a bathroom too. That's just how it works. So it's a very American thing to have en-suites, I think, and I'm not American. So to me, it's okay to not have en-suites for my Sims either. Just want to point that out. But anyways, they share a bathroom here on the second floor as well, and I've not included that in the video either. So they also have a little lounge area here, actually. And also, by the way, I don't know if you didn't notice, because I completely forgot to say it, but I did give the teen their own streamer table or video making media table, whatever that thing is called, because I felt like it had been a while since the last time I used it, and I quite like that item because it kind of like, it's something that I can relate to. Since I do YouTube, it's just awesome that it's in the game, so I don't know, I really felt like using it and decided to put it in the teens room. The next room we're decorating is for the kid, so they have a pretty big bedroom for a kid in my opinion. Actually, all the bedrooms in this house are pretty big compared to what I usually do. So especially, because I've been doing a lot of tiny houses lately, I feel like suddenly I just have all the space to spoil my Sims with different toys or different hobby items, or they just have like a very spacious dining area, a very spacious living room area too. The kitchen was fairly big too. So I feel like this room right here might possibly even almost be the size of a micro home, which is crazy. So yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a 6x4, so that is 24 tiles. That's almost a micro home. A micro home is 32. So basically we just have 8 more tiles, right? This is a 4x6, I think. Yeah. So basically, yeah, almost the same size as a micro home, but this is just for one kid. No need for a kitchen or bathroom in here, just for one kid. So they have a lot of toys. I did place some cars on the flooring as well. I had to use the Baby Yoda because I thought it's such a dorky and cute item. I just needed to use it. And then I also placed these train toys here on the shelf. The bookshelf or bookcase is from Discover University as well. It looks very Calyx. It looks very IKEA. I have one just like it behind me. So I love using that item. It's just, yeah, it's super cute. I did actually use a fair amount of Discover University items around these 2-3 bedrooms actually, because they go with the rest of the house in my opinion. And yeah, they fit younger bedrooms or bedrooms for younger Sims. I do want to point out that for some reason, at some point during the toddler bedroom, I clicked on stop record and I didn't notice. So I don't have all the footage. I'm sorry, that happened. I also decorated the patio or the upstairs terrace without noticing I wasn't recording. I guess I just have clumsy fingers or something, but I just honestly did not notice. So sorry about that, but there will be screenshots of the toddler room at the end of the video, so you can check it out there. It's very simple, lots of toys, the usual toddler bedroom. This one is very spoiled. They have an extra amount of toys or an extra big amount of toys. So it's a little bit later now. I know this is super random, but I just needed to keep an eye on Twitter and stuff when it turned 7 o'clock. So this video is going up today. I'm not going to be doing an update review or anything because we got a hot tub, and I just feel like that would be a very rained up video just to show off a hot tub. So anyways, but we're doing the landscaping now, and I don't really know. I didn't really know if I wanted it to be sort of wild or if I wanted it to be structured like I usually, like very planned out like I usually do with contemporary houses. So I feel like it did like sort of a mix of the two. So the left side of the front yard is very structured, but the other side, the right side, is a little bit more random, I want to say. There's a lot of landscaping actually. I've used quite a lot of plants. I kept it a little bit more lush considering we are in the desert, but we are also building on a lot that has a lot of grass, so I think it suits the lot as well, if you get what I mean. So I wanted it to look like they had sort of like a curved pool over there, or a curved pond, because it's not actually a pool, you can't swim in it. And it's a little bit difficult, but I used the slabs. I don't know which pack they came with. I think possibly Spade. And because you can't make curved ponds or curved pools, so you just have to make it look like they're curved with the slabs. Hopefully I'm making sense. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on it. Let me know. If there's anything else you want me to do a tutorial on, let me know about that too, because I am all up for doing those kinds of videos these days. I don't really know why, but I am. So if there's anything you want to know, let me know. I think I cut out some of the landscaping in the backyard actually because it got very repetitive, and I've edited this video a little bit less compared to what I usually do because I found out that I apparently spend a stupid amount of time editing my videos, and I was talking to a couple of friends like trying to figure out how long they spend on editing speed builds, so I know about how long is normal to spend on it. And it turns out I spent like 10 times, or not 10 times, what would that be? 6 times the amount of time. So I'm trying to cut down on it a little bit. Not to sound lazy, it's just doing YouTube, like these videos take so long to do. So it would be nice to have a little bit more time to focus on the video for tomorrow, for example. Also because I'm going away for an entire weekend here at the end of February. So I kind of have to have a couple of videos pre-recorded for when I'm going away. But so I decided to edit it a little bit less. I hope it's been okay though. Let me know. If you have any feedback regarding the editing, please let me know. I do realize there's probably going to be someone mentioning the music at the start of the video. It really depends on the person. Some people say it's too loud, some people are fine with it. So now I've just kind of left it, just so you know. But other than that, if there's anything about the editing you have feedback on, please let me know, because I am all up for hearing you guys out. I always want to make sure that the videos are pleasant and, that sort of thing. So let me know. Also, I don't know if I did it now, but I end up giving them sort of like, a table up here on the front patio, which I know might be a little bit weird considering it's a front patio, but I had this whole like terrace area or patio area, foundation room space, whatever, right here, and I didn't really know what to do about it. So I decided to just give them a table and a couple of chairs. They have like several eating areas around the house. They have 2 in the backyard, 1 on the patio, and 1 which is under their pergola or gazebo. I don't really know what to call that. Our gazebos the round ones, and then pergolas are the ones that I usually make. I don't really know. Building terms or like house terms and stuff, we don't learn those in school, so I don't really know why I would know what they're called, but I'm doing my best here anyways. And then other than that, in the backyard, I just decided to give them a pool. They also have a smaller gardening area, actually, basically just one of the big plant pots you can plant trees in, and then 3 smaller ones. And they have the pergola area that I mentioned, and also I think that's about it actually, because they also have the terrace where I put a lounge area and also a chess table. And that's pretty much about it actually. It just took me a while to get there. And this is where I end up cutting out some landscaping too, because it basically looks the same as the front yard, so I felt like it would be a little bit too repetitive to keep in, and I hope that you guys understand that. Also because the video is really long, it's like 32 minutes, and I've gotten used to doing voiceovers that are max like 16, so 32 minutes is twice the time, and I'm a little bit nervous about it, so hopefully you guys understand. So yeah, but other than that, placing down some trees as well, and just, it's a very structured kind of backyard, not a whole lot of wilderness going on there or anything. Definitely no forest. We are in the desert after all. I did try to place down the palm trees in sort of clusters, if that makes sense. So they're planted 3 next to each other because I felt like it would match the exterior, or not the exterior, but the surroundings like around the lot, because you see a lot of like palm trees that are in clusters, so they're just standing next to each other in a small bunch, if you get what I mean, like in groups of palm trees, of 3 or 4 or something. So, tree, did I just say tree? I meant 3. So I try to do that as well, so it would fit the surroundings, and maybe you can see what I mean. I placed some rocks next to them too, and a few flowers and stuff, just to make it look a little bit prettier, a little bit random as well. And yeah, other than that, just working on the rest of the structures here, and I think that is actually about it. So yeah, we're basically just placing, this is where I cut out the landscaping, by the way. But yeah, we're basically just placing down the rest of the furniture, fixing the pool. I also gave them a pond with a fountain in it, that is what it's called. I actually also placed a spring or a fountain in the middle of the pool because I thought that would look fancy. I've done that a couple of times. I just like that it's not just, you know, a rectangle with just the water, that there is some kind of detail in the middle of it. I kind of want to get better at doing more interestingly shaped, no, how do you say that? More pools in more interesting shapes, let's put it like that. But I'm not very good at it, so I gotta get better. I'm gonna practice or something. I don't really know. We'll figure it out anyways. If you got any suggestions for anything you want to see here on the channel, definitely let me know. If you got any tiny house suggestions, still let me know, because I love building tiny houses and I'm definitely up for building more of them. Again, tutorials, if there's anything you've seen me do in my videos that you want to know, like you want me to explain it a little bit slower and show you guys at the same time, so it'll be in a video instead of in a voiceover where I can't really show you, let me know as well. And regarding roofing as well, there is the post over on the community tab where you can leave questions and stuff. But other than that, that's about it. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Something on my mind. I bet you know what I'm thinking about. You know I can't stop loving you. Every time when you're looking at me, it feels like my heart is skipping a beat, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me crazy in a good way. So come on, baby, let's talk. Let's talk about love, like you and me all night. And let's talk about love and feeling alright. And let's talk about love. Yeah, baby, come and dance with me. You're everything I'll ever need. So let's talk about love. Can I take you out tonight? Kiss you in the moonlight. There is no place I'd rather be. Come on, girl, we can take my car, drinking some beers in your favorite bar, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me crazy in that good way. So come on, baby, let's talk. Let's talk about love, like you and me all night. And let's talk about love. I've got something on my mind. I bet you know what I'm thinking about. I've got something on my mind. Let's talk about love.